In this video, I'll share 3 mental models that made me rich and still help me make money today. A mental model is kind of like wearing different glasses. The way glasses help you see better, mental models are kind of like glasses for your mind that help you view the world and understand things better. In this video, I'll share the 3 mental models that helped me make the most money. I'll share the mental models now, and later in this video, I'll explain how they work. I'll talk about the hero worship mentality, then I'll talk about the positioning paradox, and the third mental model is the 10-year reward punishment framework. I haven't seen anybody else talking about these mental models anywhere, and I could proudly say that I came up with these mental models myself after a lot of trial and error. Before I start with the very first mental model, I would like to say that I'm not one of those 22-year-old millionaires who own Lamborghinis and talk about dropshipping on social media. On top of that, I don't live in the USA, Canada, the UK, or any first world country where making money is much easier. I live in Bulgaria. I spent a good amount of time in the USA, and making money in the States is much easier. And that's because your money-making activities in Bulgaria will be interrupted by the government, some political party, or maybe the mafia. And I won't be wrong to say that here in Bulgaria, the government, the political party, and the mafia are the same thing. So I consider these mental models to work even better if you live in a nicely developed country. Those 3 mental models are a total game changer, so pay close attention. Now, the first mental model that made me rich is the hero worship mentality. Since modern civilization existed, and even before, people worshipped heroes. Usually, the heroes are captured by history. Books, songs, and movies are made to worship the heroes. And even today, we end up watching and reading books about Caesar, Alexander the Great, Dalai Lama, and Albert Einstein. And I can go with this list forever. But you might ask, wait, what do those heroes have to do with me making money? Let me explain. Human psychology works in a way that puts the heroes on a pedestal. And today, the real heroes are celebrities, experts, rappers, content creators, and even influencers. You see where this goes, right? The real heroes are people who can provide value. For example, doctors. If you have a problem with your skin, for example, you go to the doctor and the doctor cures your skin. Then you consider the doctor your hero. And this is how we worship heroes. In many cases, heroes are people who can solve problems, experts, and even entertainers. So the first mental model that made me rich is exactly becoming a hero. And the problem I was solving, helping businesses get more clients with Facebook and YouTube ads. See, I graduated from Law University, but to be honest with you, I wasn't built to become a judge or a lawyer. That's why after a lot of trial and error, I ended up in digital marketing. I realized that every business in the world will need an online presence, and I knew if I figure out a way to help businesses get more clients on social media or on the internet, I'd make a killing. So I started studying digital marketing. I watched online courses, listened to podcasts, watched YouTube videos, and I got a few marketing jobs. Later on, I got a few freelancing gigs and made my first real money in marketing. And it wasn't just about the money, it was more about the freedom, because I could make a living remotely, living anywhere in the world, and the freedom is much more important. Also, the freelancing projects I took were very interesting. I worked with cool people who helped me become better and better. Later on, my freelancing gig grew into an agency. I was good with Facebook and YouTube ads, and my clients referred me to their friends. Before I realized I had more clients than I could manage. And that's the first mental model I want to share. Think of a way to become the hero that people need. Think of a way to become an expert, a person who provides value. The second mental model that made me rich is what I call the positioning paradox. And this is something that I experienced myself after I became a hero. I was quite good at getting clients for other businesses, but nobody knew who I was, and nobody knew how good I was. Sometimes people would say, oh, this campaign did great, still nobody would write an article about me and nobody would do anything to help me showcase and popularize my expertise. And then I realized that my expertise is pretty useless if people don't know about it. And here comes the positioning paradox. Instead of becoming the best hero I could be, I had to spend a good amount of time getting good at marketing and selling my expertise, because without marketing and selling, I wasn't making any money. No matter how good of an expert I was, if nobody knew about it, I was not making any money. On social media today, I see many people spend a lot of time and money on marketing and selling. Their expertise is not there yet, they're not quite good yet, but they still make money because this is the content creation economy. Those people are really loud on social media and that's why they make money. I know the better I position myself, the more money I make. That's the positioning paradox. I know that nobody else has the financial interest to position me in the marketplace as an expert but myself. And that's the harsh reality. That's why I spend a good amount of time working on my expertise, but I also dedicate time to marketing and selling. And this is why I make YouTube videos. And this brings me to the third mental model that made me rich. I call this mental model the 10-year reward and punishment framework. Let me explain. Whenever I started with Facebook ads, I realized that the more ads I ran, the better I become. Every year I was getting better and better. Still, it was also very difficult because I had to learn new things and manage all the stress. I honestly thought about quitting pretty much every day because I had huge Facebook ads budget to manage, but my biggest reward came 4 to 5 years after I got started. Now I know that progress and success takes time, and I ask myself, what would be the reward if I keep doing this for the next 10 years? And I'm going to give you some very simple examples. If I keep doing Facebook ads, I'll probably become pretty good after 10 years of intense advertising on the platform, and I'll end up making a lot of money. And that will be the reward. But also, there is a chance something to happen to Facebook. The platform might disappear like it happened to MySpace. So the punishment might be to spend so much time and effort on Facebook ads, and one day it might all go away. That will be the punishment. So it's kind of like the yin and the yang. Everything in life has its advantages and disadvantages. And in my life, I always think of ways to increase the reward and find a way to minimize the punishment after 10 years. And I like to think about the reward and the punishment framework in 10-year chunks. I believe that smaller time frames than 10 years trigger my instant gratification mind and I make bad decisions. 10 years is the sweet spot. Keep in mind that there is always a better way to do something. The reward punishment framework helps me see realistically, because nothing is only good or bad. Usually situations that happen in life are multidimensional and you can see them through many angles. And yeah, that was the video for today. I shared 3 mental models that made me rich. Just to remind you, just to summarize this video, the first mental model was the hero worship mentality. Are you the hero people wanna follow? Are you the hero people need to follow? The second mental model is the positioning paradox. And just remember, nobody else has the financial interest to position you as a hero. You must put the crown on your head yourself. And the third mental model was the 10-year reward punishment framework. This was the video for today. Those are the mental models that made me rich, and I still use them to make money even today. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Oh, by the way, if you don't know me, my name is Nico.